How's it going there guys, Benji here and welcome to a brand new tutorial. So in this tutorial what I'm going to show you is how to model three, does a thumb count? I mean, technically a thumb's not a finger, so three different things that are going to make your scene in, I'm guessing it's going to be a low poly scene, in your low poly scene or game that are just going to, one, populate your scene, so it's going to make it look a bit more dense, and two, just to make it look more appealing, because there's nothing worse than a boring scene. So this is going to be three different things that you can model, just make it look a bit more lived in, a bit more full. That's as simple as I'm going to say. So the first thing is a basic flower. So the first thing is a simple flower or a bud. You can do these in a multitude of different ways. There's loads of different ways you can do it. There's loads of different variations of how you can do it, but this is just the simple one that I am going to go for, simply because it's just the easiest way to do it. So if you click Control, actually no, I've deleted it already, so I don't need to do that. So just click Shift A, click Mesh, and then click your simple cylinder. And then what you're going to do is you're going to, that failed massively, so I'm just going to re-add a cylinder in, and then go to your cylinder options and change that to 5. As easy as that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into edit mode, we're going to go click 3 and click face mode, we're going to inset this, we're going to delete it, we're going to delete the face, we're also going to delete this face here because we don't need it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to click 1 to go back into vert mode, click Alt so it selects the ring, we're going to right click, click merge, and merge in the center, so it's just going to be a nice little triangular shape, prism type shape. And then in the middle one that we've just done here, we're going to click it and then click Alt and then do the exact same thing as we did before. Then what we're going to do is we are going to click G and then Z, and we're going to bring it down. It's that simple. I suppose you could just do a flat image and have it so it's facing you every single time you walk around, but then again you're going to have to go into code and do that. Another thing I would do as well is I would change the material on it. And if you don't know what I mean, so if I just go to materials and I need to get out of that mode. So new material, use node, base color, and I'd make it a vibrant color, because it's not worse than a boring color. Like, you don't want that sort of color. It's just boring. You don't want it. So you go for a nice vibrant color, like a nice purple. Bring the lighting up so it's a lot lighter. Right guys, number 2 is going to be basic trees. Now, this is just a nice basic tree that a lot of people misunderstand, misuse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Shift A, I'm going to add a cylinder. So I'm going to change the vertices to about 8. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the first or number 1 on your numpad, and I am going to click Tab and then Control R, and then I'm just going to scale that in a little bit. I'm going to grab these vertices here, scale them out, drag them down on the Z axis. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these on the x-axis a little bit, just to change it up a bit. I'm going to grab these ones here, move them up on the z-axis, but I'm going to scale them in. Oh, that was a nice whistle. I'm going to scale them in. So yeah, and you can add as many iterations of it as you want, scale it however you want. But that's what I would do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to normal mode. I'm going to click Shift A and create a cone like this. See that? Actually, I want to change some parameters on it. So if I just make another one quickly, change that back to 0. Up to 85, that'll do. Make it 10 vertices, boom. Right, scale that up. So that's another way of doing it, that's an easy way of doing it, but I'm not going to do that because that's just not how I roll. So I'm going to collect all them, scale that in a bit. How would you do this? How would you do this? So you click 3, inset it, delete that, because you don't particularly need it at the moment. So if I just delete them faces and click all them and merge them into one like we did before, click G, Z, move that up nice and quickly. So hang on a minute, look dev, there you go. Just click 1 and then make it so I can see through it. GZ, move that up as high as you want it to go anyway. So then you've got that, and I want it so it's kind of got like levels like a Christmas tree, if that makes sense. So how I'm going to do that, or how I would go about doing that, is I'm gonna have to bisect it again. If you don't know what bisecting is, it should be there. Look, so you see where your knife tool is. If you click bisect and just click tab all, so A, to select all your model within edit mode, and then use your bisect tool like so, and that'll do the inside and the outside, which is what you really want. So that's that. What we're going to do is we're going to move that down like that, and then what we're going to do, actually no, because I've bisected that, you can do that better. So if I just do that, scale that in like that, click R, boom, and then R. I should have done it in the same place or thereabouts. Yes, it did, I think. Yeah, it did. So that's in the same place. What I'm going to do is, because I want it to go underneath it, I'm going to scale that right in, Z it, and go up like that. And then I'm going to do that again. B, grab, scale in. There we go, that's got it. And then Z upwards, like so. And that's how I would do that. Right, so that's what I would do to make a nice tree. So there you go, you've got two nice models. It's as simple as that. It did take longer because I got a bit confused on how to do the leaf sort of thing, but I don't know, we did it. It's there. It's all one. What I don't like is how high that one is, so I'm just going to bring that one down a smidge and scale it out. I'm probably never going to be happy with it, so I'm just going to leave it there. So yeah, that's a basic tree. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can add more branches and add different type of leaves and stuff. So like I say, like with my sort of leaves, I tend to go with full objects. I don't tend to use like singular branches, and then, how would I say it? I don't tend to go with singular branches and add planes of images to it. I don't tend to do that unless I'm going for a realistic like type of tree, but I have, so it doesn't really matter. Right, so that's number 2. Right guys, so the third one is going to be simple blades of grass. Now this is the most simplest thing I could ever tell you to ever do. If I was to say to you, can you make a blade of grass out of a mesh plane? If you can't do it, then shame on you. You should be able to. There's no reason why you shouldn't. I'm just going to rotate that on the x-axis by 90, so I've got a face value. If you can't do it, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than watch. But you should know, because a blade of grass is just as simple as this. Especially when it's a low poly game, like this. Especially when it's a low poly game, you don't need all. You just don't. Like, that is literally all you need. And then scale, doom, ba-doom. Move that in there, rotate on the z-axis by that much, move that into a different position, grab that one, rotate in the z-axis again, and move it on there like that. Then what you can do is you can scale them so they're different sizes. That's a nice one. Scale that down so it's really small. Then you've got a medium one, you've got different blades of grass. Then what you do is you right click, join them. You're going to rename it to grass underscore blades. Blades. Then I'm just going to add a nice little texture to it. Not texture, material, sorry. It's going to be a nice dark green. and that's your blade of grass. That's as easy as that. So yeah, guys, I've been Benji. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, again, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and peace.